All right, Molly, senior year, and you get to end it with another trip to state. How does that sound right now? What are the emotions?
It's an amazing feeling because we just went last year, and to be back with this team, it's amazing, and I wouldn't want to do it any other way.
You started the game kind of emphatically, hitting a 3 right out the whistle. Do you feel maybe that just allowed you guys to settle in?
I think it kind of let us know that, yep, we're here to play, and we're just ready to shoot and do whatever we can.
You guys didn't seem like you could miss from deep early on in the game. I think 9 first-half threes. What clicked?
We just practice a lot of threes always, and we just have to have confidence in ourselves just while we're shooting, yeah.
And defensively, you had probably the toughest assignment of the night, matching up with Jenna Stevens, and you really gave her fits in the first half. You know, what were you doing that led to that?
I think just trusting my teammates behind me because I had to play in front of her, just knowing that they're going to be behind me if they lob it to her, and just getting low. Yeah, that was.
I know Coach Peterson's kind of talked about the ups and downs of the season. You guys have felt like there's been some games that you didn't play well. Tonight certainly wasn't one of those. What does it mean to put together a performance like this, at the stakes like this, when everything's on the line?
I think we just knew what we had to do tonight, and even though we started out at the beginning of the year a little on a low, we just had to keep on pushing, knowing we would get to here, and trusting ourselves and everything we can do. Yep.
Now you get to state tournament next week. Obviously, you have an idea of what to expect. What do you guys expect of yourselves?
I just expect us to play good defense. That's really where it starts, and to just believe that we can.
Well, monster night for Quinn Grubbs, and Exira-EHK is going back to the state tournament. Quinn, what are the thoughts right now?
It just feels amazing to go back with very similar group of girls. It just is an amazing experience, and we wanted to feel it again. We weren't done yet. We wanted it again, and we want more this year.
Fast start for you guys. I think the first 9 points in total. How big was that to maybe kind of take a little bit of the wind out of their sails and let you guys settle in?
Well, we knew obviously they were a good team, but we felt that we had what it took, and we knew that in order to get what we wanted out of tonight, we needed to come out strong and we needed to come out hard, and that is exactly what we did. And I think that was a start to our success. We just knew that we needed to come out hard and fast and just play our game.
You had a big night, couldn't miss it, felt like. What was working for you offensively?
What actually was really helping was my teammates passing the ball around and my teammates attacking, and I feel like we played as really well as a team, and that just creates shots for everyone, like Shay and I and Macy and Molly and everyone, and Elisa. It doesn't matter, we were all playing together, and we were looking for shots for our teammates. We were getting them open for their shots.
You go over 1,000 career points in a game where you go berserk to lead your team to the state tournament. I'm sure when you look back at this game, this has got to be a career game for you.
Yeah, I'm going to remember it for a long time, but what I'm going to remember more is this team and just the experience that's going to come with this. Yeah, I had a good game, but it doesn't come without the teammates, and it's just an amazing experience.
Speak to the defense tonight. You guys hit shots left and right, but they only had 16 points in the first half. What was working defensively?
Well, we knew their shooters, and we knew what each girl was their strengths and weaknesses, and we knew, we had our scouting report, and we focused on what we needed to do on defense, and we just keyed on that, and we played as hard as we could, and we just pushed them as hard as we could.
State tournament next week now. I'm sure you guys are excited, but you want to take care of business. What's the approach?
We're just going to have to come into practice even harder every day, focus on the team at hand even harder than we have all season long, and we aren't done yet. This wasn't our end goal. We want more, and we all know that, so we're just going to have to come hungry.
All right, Coach, back to Des Moines. I know every year it's a different team, and I might have asked you this last year too, but does it ever get old?
No. This is, it's been an up and down year for the kids, and, just we've been trying to figure things out, to be honest with you. We didn't play together the best that we possibly could have, probably in the first half of the season. And that's one of the things that we've been trying to really work on the second half. And I would say over the last 2 weeks, I've seen a group of girls, and this is all 11 of them, that have really come together as one. And when you do that, you know, good things are going to happen. I think that we've prepared really well. Just, you know, it doesn't ever get old just because the fact that, you know, as a coach, you don't get into this for yourself. You get into this just so you can see what this is going on for these kids, and I couldn't be happier for them.
Fast start, first 9 points, couldn't miss from beyond the arc early on. How big do you think that was to maybe kind of take some of the wind out of their sails early on?
Well, you know, to me it all starts at the defensive side. Every time that we had a huddle, regardless of what it was, I didn't talk about anything offensively except maybe a set play. We did nothing but talk about the defensive side. And they all understood that. They all bought into it. It was our defense in the first half that caused fits. I mean, I don't know what the score was at half, but I know they were in the teens. And that's a tribute to what our girls did defensively.
Yeah, and Molly Rasmussen had the toughest assignment of the night, you know, going against Jenna Stevens. And I know when you look at the box score, I think she finished like 18, but how big was what Molly was able to do against Jenna in the first half?
Just nonstop and relentless. You know, she was able to get around in front for the most part. We did talk about, we thought that she left her feet quite a bit. You know, it's one of the things I had talked about. A few players leave their feet. I wanted us to be able to step in. And, you know, our girls did that. You know, Macy was there to help out as far as double teams. But this is, you know, it couldn't be more evident of a group win.
And a monster offensive night from Quinn Grubbs.
Yeah.
Speak to that.
You know, it's when she wants to be. When she decides, and you know, you can kind of see it in her eye. I'm not going to lie to you, since I've had her for quite a while. You can see it in her eye, and she had that prior to the game. You know, and that opens up things for everybody else. I would have liked us to attack a little bit more. You know, fortunately, like you said, the threes were falling, but, you know, Stanton's a hell of a ball club, and I know that. They're going to be right back here again next year, so I'm just happy for my kids right now.
Now you guys get another trip to Des Moines. I know you want to enjoy this, but as you get ready for that, you know, what's the approach, what's the expectation heading in?
Well, you know, you just always tell them, this is what I just said, you got to stay hungry. You know, don't be content. You know, you're going down for a purpose. I think the 1A field in basketball could challenge a lot of other classes. You know, I look at how good Stanton is. You know, and I know this isn't any consolation. They can't hang their head because it's a team that's deserving to be in Des Moines. And I do know that. You know, I've been fortunate enough to have great kids. And you know, when other teams are deserving, it's just unfortunate, you know, that this year we all had to go together again for the third year in a row. But no, you know, we got to stay hungry, enjoy tonight, and get back to work tomorrow.